Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully installed our React router DOM, so now we will use it. Like here right now I want to do, if you click as a about us page, then it should be loaded one of the component, that means the about us page component. If you click as a contact us page, then it should be loaded our contact us page component, right? But here one things. So here I have added that things in our one component. So here I have added that component, that means if you go to our app.js, into the app.js, I added everything. I added our navbar, I added our this form, and also I added our, that is our breadcrumb, right? But I want to do, when you click as a about us page, only our about us page component will be loaded and our header will be just like that same. And also for the contact us page, the blog page and the profile page, every pages our header will be the same. I only want to load our this component, right? I want to load our component, our header will be the same for every pages. So for the reasons here I want to make the things, that means the header will be common for the every component page, and only I want to change our this position. So in PHP, what exactly we did? In PHP, we included that header, right? We include the header, we include that footer, and our another part as a component part. So only our component part dynamically change. So here I also want to do the same things. I want to make another component better, and then I want to include this component. That means the header component will be same for our every component page. So I show you, then everything will be very much clear to you. Like here, that is our index.js, and into the index.js, you can see that is actually one of the app. So that is how I loaded that app. So first of all, this page is loaded, and into the page area, you can see that is actually our app component, right? So when you actually access our main directory, our main one component is loaded, and that is our app component. So that is actually our app component. And also you can see there is an import that our app component, that means this app component is now loaded, right? So now I want to actually change it. Here I want to make another component in our src. Into the src, here I create new file and I just name it as a header.jsx. Okay, so I just simply create it. And into the header.jsx, so here I want to first of all import, so which things is very much common, import our React. So I just simply added that React, and then our from our another package as a React package, right? So that is our React. And also I want to create one of the component class, that means the one with class component as a class, and then I name it as a header. Okay, I just name it as a header, and then extends. So it should be extends our component. So that is our component, and you can see automatically our component is loaded on here. So that is our component, right? So that is our class one of the function. So I just simply created and also before we pass that our export defaults, right now I can actually also do that things on here. We don't need to add the things in the down area. So here I want to add that export. So export and the default, export default, and then our class as a header, right? So if you go to our app.js, into the app.js, you can see we use that export default app. So you can also add the things as a export default header on particular that position. So right now it's okay with me. I just make the things in one line as the export default, and then class header, and then extends component. So here I want to load our render. So that is our render. So I just simply load it, and also I want to return it. That means the return, and into the return area. So into the return area, I want to get one of the div. So that is actually the div, and I just simply close this div, right? And then here we have to put that clone. Perfect. So friend, I think you already know about it. So here we just simply added our header, and I just simply created one of the class as a header and extended, and then render. Perfect. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. So now here I want to load our this part, that means that is our navbar, which will be the common for every pages. So that is actually our navbar, and that is our form. So right now we don't need this form. I just simply remove it. Okay, I just simply remove it. And that is our navbar. So right now I just simply cut it. I just simply cut it from here. Okay, I just simply cut it from here, and into the header it should be the common. So for the reasons here I just simply paste it, right? So here I just simply paste our neighbor. So that is our neighbor. Better I just put that things little bit here. So that is our neighbor. And in our app.js, so into the app.js right now, I want to make the things as a clean actually. So here better I just simply remove it. Okay, I just simply remove it, and that is our app, and that is our div. Also, we don't need this. I only want to take one div. Okay, so I only want to take one div, and here I take one of the h1 tag. I take one of the h1 tag, and I just put some of the text as a, this is our home component. Okay, this is our home component. So this type of one of the message it will be actually display, right? And also from here we remove all that our neighbor details, right? So now we actually need our this neighbor, that means this neighbor in our header. So right now we actually don't use that breadcrumb because I already remove it. We don't use that button, so I also remove it. So right now actually this will be not needed. Better, that is our form neighbor drop down also. We don't need this. I just simply take two of this. Okay, I just simply cut it, and in our header you can see into the header we use it. So now I just simply paste it. So when it will be actually activated, automatically the color will be changed, rather than it should be as a, you can see that is actually our hidden one of the color. Because of all here I didn't use any button, I didn't use any breadcrumb. So right now we don't need this. Okay, I just simply also remove it from here. And now in our header part, into the header, I have already used that neighbor and the nib. So I just simply added both of this on here. Perfect. So now if you click as a save all, I just click the save all, and now if you refresh it, yeah, now you can see in our app is now loaded, and it's now showing as a, this is our home component. Because of all here I have added it. So to the app.js I have added some of the h1 tags. So now this h1 tags is visible. So now I want to make that our header, that means this header neighbor for every pages, that means the app.js pages and all that our components. So how can do that work? So for doing this is pretty much easy. We have to update, that means we have to input our header in our index. Now go to our index, and into the index area, so here you can see that is actually our app.js. So right now I want to first of all input it. So here after that I want to import, okay, import our header. I just name it as a header. And from, that is our same directory. So for the reasons here we have to add it. Our header. Okay, that means the header. So I have already created in our src, that is our header.jsx. So I just simply import it, right? And also after that we have to load it. So if you want to load it, so that is our app.js. So right now here I want to load our this component as a header component, right? So now if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, yes, you can see friend, now it's successfully actually loaded our header, and that is our app.js. So I hope it's very much clear to you. So here I just simply import our header, and also I loaded in our main one, that means the main index.js area. So that is our main render ID. So here I just simply import it our this header component. Perfect. So now I want to load all that our page. That means here in our neighbor area I want to put that our router link. If you go that instruction, into the instruction, here you can see it's already put that instruction, that is import this one. So we have already input our React, and also after that you have to import it. That means this one I just simply copy it, and now go our right now we don't need this index, that is our header. So here I have added our neighbor. So in particular that position we have to add it. So after this I just simply paste it. Okay, better I want to make the things in one line. So that is our baud router, that is our router, and into the router area, that is a switch. So we will work with this switch, that is a route will be needed, because here I want to use that route, and also link will be needed. So I just simply added that link, and then our from. So better I want to put that things online, then it should be helpful to you. So I just simply import it, right? And after that instruction, what exactly it's happening here, also you can see there is actually the nib. So into the nib dev area, first of all you have to add your this router. Okay, you have to block it with this router. So I just simply copy it, and now go to our neighbor. So that is our neighbor, so that is our returned, and after that return there is our dep. So after that return I just simply paste it, and also you have to finish it. I just simply cut it, and after this, that means that is actually our dep, and after this dep here I just simply finish it. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. And also after that, we have to update our link, right? That is our link to we have to use. So now I want to actually use it. It's better I just simply copy it. And now we have to update our link. Like that is actually our one of the link. That is our header before that was. So right now we don't use it. So here we want to use our link to, right? So for the reasons here I want to actually remove it. So I just simply remove it, and after that here I just simply paste our link to, that means this link to our this text, and also we have to finish it. That means we have to finish that link. So I just simply after that finish that link. So that's all you have to do, friend. So now also I want to update our rest of this field. So I just simply copy that link to that is our about us, the contact us, blog. So that will be as a about us. There is another one. I just simply paste it, and also you have to end it. So I just simply copy, and then I just simply end it. Okay, I just simply end it. So right now we don't need this href. So I just simply remove that href from here. There is another one. I just simply remove it. I don't need this. I just simply remove it. So right now we are using React Js. So into the React Js, if you want to put that link, you have to put that link with our link and then to, right? So with this link to right now, for the about us page, I have already created one of the components. So that is our about, blog, contact, and the profile. So now I want to actually put that all link. So I just name it for the about as a about. Okay, and for the contact, I just name it as a contact. Okay, I just name it as a contact, and for the blog I just name it as a blog, and then profile, for the profile I name it as a profile. Okay, I just name it as a profile. So after that we have to put that link. That means here we have to load all that our component, and also we have to define that path. Like here if you go into the instruction area, after that you can see there is also one of the switch. That means here we have to add our all the route path. So now I just simply copy it. So friend, don't worry, everything I think step by step should be very much clear to you. So I just simply copy it, and after that dep, okay, after that dep here I just simply paste it. So here we have to add all that our path. Like if you want to access your about us, so here we have to add that about us, and here we also we have to load our component, right? And for the another one, better I show you. Like there is our about, and for the about I just name that as a about. That means our about component path, and then another one is a contact. Okay, that means a slash contact. So here I have used that slash contact, and for the slash contact I want to use another one as a contact. Okay, I just used another component as a contact, and then also that is our another one is a blog. Better I want to take another one. Okay, I just take another one, and also we need another one because of all. There is also another one as a contact and the blog. So I just name it as a blog. That is our profile. So that is our profile. For the blog I just name it one of the component name as a blog, and then the profile I name it as a profile. Okay, I just name it as a profile, and that is our home. That means our home directory. So that is actually our home directory. That is actually the slash, right? So for the slash here I want to load our this one. That means the app.js. So if you go our app.js into the app.js, so that is actually a name as the app, right? So that is our app. So now I want to actually added it. So here I just name it our component name as app. So I just simply add that our app. Perfect. So now we have to actually load all that our component. So that is actually step by step every process. I think friend, it should be now very much clear to you what exactly the things I did on here. So that is our input. So into the header area, first of all, now we have to import everything. We have to import our about us. That means this one. So that is actually I just name it as about, right? Sorry. and then from, and from where? From, I already created that component. So here we have to locate that component. So that is in our components folder, and then components folder, that is our about, right? So I just simply name it as a components. So into the components folder, that is our about. So I just simply link that route. Okay, that is our about. Perfect. And also I want to take another one. There is the 4 page, another one as a blog. Okay, that is our blog, and also there is our components, that is our blog. So that is our blog. Because of all, here I have already added that path as a about. You can see I added that as a about component. I name it as a blog component. Also I name it as a contact and the profile. So now we want to add our contact. So it will be as a contact with the capital. Okay, that is a contact, and then will be as a contact. So that will be as a contact, and then the profile. Okay, profile, and then in our components it will be as a profile. Okay, that will be as a profile. So you can see everything is now lighted because of all that here get all that our component, that is a profile. So I just put that route name as a profile, I put that route name as an app, and then blog and the route. So I didn't add that app. So here I also use that app. So we have to also import it. So if you go to our app.js, that is our, if you go to that index, into the index.js, here you can see that is actually import app. So that is actually our file location, that is our main directory as app. So now I just simply copy it, and now in our header, okay, into the header, first of all, here I want to load our app. So I just simply load our app. So now you can see it's also activated as an app. Now perfect. So friend, I think every line, everything, what exactly I did on here, it should be very much clear to you, right? That is actually the total process. So if you already understand that process, everything in this course will be very much easy to you. Okay, so that is actually the main core thing. So I just simply added everything on here. So that is actually our all that route. So now we have to actually put some of the content in our all that component. You can see I just make the things as a now empty. So better it should be just like that same before as a import. So I am to import our React, and then I want to actually put that from our which one, our package as a React, right? So I just simply added that React, and then also I added on the class. So class name, I name it as about, and then it will be extends. It will be extends our component. So that is our component. Automatically our component will be loaded on here. And also I want to make the things in one line. I want to add that our export. Okay, that means the export, and into export I default. So export default class about, and then extend and the comment, right? So now I just simply added this one, and then also here I want to add that render. So render, into the render area. So here I just simply pass our return, right? So that is a return, and with the return area I want to take one of the div. So that the div, I just simply close that div, and here we have to add that semicolon, and in particular that position I want to add one of the h1 tag. I want to take one of the h1 tag, and here I want to load whatever you want. Right now I make the things as this is about component, right? This is about component. So this step up one of the h1 message it should be display. Better I want to put the things in one line. Okay, so that is our h1 tag. So now I want to do the same things. Better I just simply copy it. I want to do the same things for the blog, paste it, and I just name it as a blog, and also it will be as a blog. But that means one of the h1 tag it should be displayed as a blog component. So that will be as a blog component. That is our contact. I just simply paste it. It will be as a contact, right? That is a contact, and also it will be as a contact. That means the contact component, and that is our profile. Paste it. It should be as a profile. it should be as a profile, and then it should be as a profile, right? So that it will be as a profile. Perfect. So friend, now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, so in our header I have already loaded everything. I already loaded our link path, and also I added that path. That means when it should be as a slash about, it should be redirect load our this component as a about component. So now let's check this out. If you now click as a refresh this page, yeah, you can see it's now perfectly loaded, and this is our app message. So this is our home component. If you go to that about us, yes, you can see friend, without loading that page, our about component is now loaded. There is our contact component, so that is our contact component. There is a blog component is loaded, profile is loaded. But for the every pages, our app is visible. Because of all, I understand what exactly the things I did on here. If you go to our index.js, and here you can see into the index.js, I loaded our header, and also I loaded our app. For the reasons, for the every pages, our this app component is loaded. So right now I want to actually remove it. So I just simply remove it from here. If you now click as a save all, and now if you refresh, yeah, you can see it's now totally gone. So that is our home. So when it should be directed to the home, I have already added that part. So now I think it should be very much clear to you. So into the home, you can see when it should be as a home route, then it should be loaded our app route. That means the app component. And when it should be as a about, it should be loaded our app about component, right? So if you go to our about, you can see there is a /about. It's now loaded our about component. So into the about component, I added one of the h1 tag as a, this is about component. Like if you go to our about component, here you can see it's now showing out this text, right? And also there is another one I have added as a contact. When it should be as a /contact, our contact component will be loaded. So now you can see if you click as a contact, you can see perfectly loaded our contact component, and everything is happening without loading that page. So as I told you, that is one of the SPI structure, that means the single page application. So how much easily we can added that route, and here we install that route. We now actually created some of the component, and now we are perfectly access all that our component, right? Without loading that page. Now our 4 different page component is now perfectly loaded. So friend, I think it's very much clear to you. So don't worry, step by step, as I told you, everything will be very much clear to you. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.